Hey, YouTube ads is one of the best ways to start getting sales for your business and to grow your YouTube channel. Or is it? Well, I'm going to answer that question on this video. All right, so look, I started looking at this a year or so ago when YouTube, Google, came out with a particular subtype that was for ads that was designed specifically to get more subscribers. In fact, that's what the objective says, and I'm going to show it to you here in just a second. And so I was like, oh, well, this is kind of cool. Let's see what that looks like. And so as I was looking at it, and thinking about it, one of my bigger clients really wanted to grow her YouTube channel, and I mentioned it to her. And so we kind of threw it around a little bit, went back and forth, and she has a lot of subscribers anyway, but doesn't get that many views. So we kind of felt like that the risks to this were minimal. So we went ahead and started running ads using this particular subtype, and sure enough, we started getting subscribers left and right. Like I think we put 20 or 30,000 on there in just a short period of time, like a month or two. And so, she was really happy with that. But what we started seeing was her organic views were going down and down and down. So let me just kind of show you what this would really look like, or what this is supposed to look like, and see if this makes any sense. So let me get this set up here and just take a look. We'll look here in the the ads manager here in just a second. Let me just get myself out of the way here so we can take a look. All right, that's better. And let me share my iPad real quick so we can kind of talk about it. Oh, you don't need that. Let's see. Here we go. Now we're going. So, all right. So this is what typically happens, okay, when you're running a regular ad. And when I say a regular ad, let's just say you're running an ad to get people to convert into a lead magnet or to sell your upfront offer. So typically what happens is this, right? You have your ad, right? You drive them off-site to a landing page or sales page, and then a thank you page. Great. And so what happens this way, when you do it this way, is you don't have the opportunity to get people to sign up as subscribers because they're taking action on down the line. If they become a subscriber, what happens is they come back and do it later because they've consumed some of your other content. It's not likely directly because of the ad. And so the way that YouTube counts this is that if somebody took this action, if they came back and became a subscriber within, I think it's a week, then they count that the ad is attributed for them to have become a subscriber. Well, the way this new thing works is they see the ad, okay, and they immediately have an opportunity to subscribe right there from the ad immediately. And so that's what happens, which is great, right? Like that's great. It's almost like a Facebook ad like campaign or something like that. But here is the challenge. So it's always, and it always has been, it's garbage in, garbage out. So if you have an audience, right, and you have to pardon my, I can't write very well. It's okay. I never have been able to, but you have an audience, it's your target audience, okay, and you're driving them to the ad. And the objective, so here they go to the ad, and then the objective is to get them to subscribe, right? So within this audience is millions of people, right? There's just, millions. And this, I know that doesn't look like millions, but that's what it says. And so you've got millions of people within that audience. Well, once people start subscribing, then Google, YouTube, is going to start showing ads more to people who are likely to subscribe, not necessarily people who are likely to view your videos later on. And so what happens is there's this disparity. Now you've gotten a lot more subscribers, but your viewership's going down because all these extra subscribers don't watch your actual videos. They just subscribe because that's what they're used to doing. A lot of people use subscribe as like a bookmark. They never go back, right? So what happens? Well, organically, the same thing, it's going to affect you organically because when you're putting out your organic videos, the algorithm's saying, well, I'm not going to put it out to all these people because they don't ever watch the videos, even though they are subscribed. So your viewership goes, well, that looks terrible, but it goes down. I mean, your viewership just goes down and down and down. And that's what happens on these. And so it's very frustrating because, here they've given us the opportunity as an objective to get more subscribers and really get them at a very low cost. But the subscribers that we're getting usually are not a good fit. So the question becomes, should you use this objective at all? Or should you use YouTube ads at all? So let's talk about that for just a minute. Actually, I'm going to do one more thing here. So when you're showing a YouTube ad, let's just be clear on this. Depending on the objective, when you're showing a YouTube ad, let's just say you're trying to get sales out of it, right? You're driving to a landing page to get sales. Then that type of objective, they don't really know what channel is showing the ad. Just think about it in your own YouTube feed, right? You don't actually see that. You don't see which channel the video is coming from. So it doesn't really, the channel doesn't really matter in that case. But when you're subscribing, it does show the channel. Okay, so because that's what they do. They go back to subscribe to it. So from the standpoint of when you're using a regular conversions objective, then it doesn't really matter. It's not going to hurt you one way or the other because you're not going to get a whole bunch of subscribers that aren't a good fit. It's just not going to happen that way. So from that standpoint, I wouldn't worry about it at all. So let's just kind of show you what that looks like inside the Google Ads Manager. So let's see here. Get myself back a little bit to actually, nope, let's not do that. Hey, yep, let's try that one more time. Let's turn that on. Hey, look at that. Here we are. All right. So when you're going in to set up the campaign, and let's click create a campaign without a goals guidance. I don't think that's worded right. But anyway, we're going to come down here and we're going to say video. And now, if you look down through here, you're going to see this thing that says YouTube subscriptions and engagement. Get subscriptions and drive engagement on your YouTube channel with video ads designed to encourage valuable interactions. Well, valuable interactions that's subscriptions and views and so forth. So you can now select that. Now, not everybody has this available in their account. So if you go into yours trying to find it, you may not have it available. Excuse me. Most accounts that I've seen now do have it, but if you don't worry about it. And so what I'm suggesting here is that you don't use that subtype because you're going to get people who are not a good fit, right? They may be a good fit otherwise, but they're not going to view your videos enough to help you organically. And as a matter of fact, it's probably going to tank your organic views. And by the way, also, I have spoken to a lot of different people about this. So I've spoken to people at YouTube. I've spoken to people, really big marketers, all kinds of people about whether or not they use their primary YouTube channel to host their videos for ads. And it's kind of split. So YouTube will tell you, hey, it doesn't work that way. It's perfectly fine to run ads this way and everything. And that's all great. The problem is that in practice, it doesn't seem like that's accurate. So when I've talked to some big name marketers and that kind of thing, their suggestion is, no, we use a completely separate channel to host our ads. My suggestion is this: it really kind of depends. If you're not running a whole bunch of ads, it's not going to matter that much anyway, like I mentioned before. But if you're going to start spending, huge amounts, then yeah, it could. So if you're counting on organic views, you might want to put your ads on a different YouTube channel and just use that channel just for hosting your ads. So hopefully that makes sense. And I hope you got something out of this because I looked around for this for a long time and couldn't find anybody talking about it, at least not in any meaningful way. The other thing is when people would tell me stuff about whether it tanks the ads or it doesn't tank the ads or whatever, they couldn't actually provide me any data. It was all, it was all just hearsay, basically. It was anecdotal, and they couldn't really say, yes, we have data showing this, this, and this. In fact, a lot of the people who would tell me that, their services were how to grow your YouTube channel. So organically. So if they're saying that, then they're kind of biased to not using ads to begin with. So it made me a little skeptical about their conclusions. So anyway, I hope that made sense. And if you have any questions, please let me know. Just let me know in the comments, or please subscribe. I would sure appreciate that. And my mom doesn't want to continue to be the only subscriber, so it'd be nice if you did. All right, I'll catch you on the next one.